Developing in this past hour, we are hearing from new protesters about the indictment of a former police officer on murder charges. The officer's indictment comes after a day of testimony before a grand jury as protesters gathered outside of the courthouse. Channel 2's Nefertiti Jaquez is live in downtown Atlanta. Nef.
Jovita, a lot of these protesters here behind me have been here for almost 23 hours. Most of them have been here since last night. All of them tell us that they are happy, excited that the grand jury decided to indict the former officer. A crowd of demonstrators let out a roar and pumped their fists into the air after learning that former Atlanta police officer James Burns was officially indicted for the murder of Kane Rogers.
We are excited that we will get a chance for a jury of 12 to hear this case.
This excitement comes after the prosecution spent the entire day presenting their case against Burns to the grand jury. The decision was made behind closed doors in a room on the 3rd floor here at the Fulton County Courthouse.
And now we're going to push for a swift conviction in this particular case because it's a clear-cut case of murder.
These protesters are the same people who promised to set up shop outside of the courthouse until the former police officer was indicted. They believe their rallying helped solidify the grand jury's decision.
I mean, nobody's ever seen 24 hours of sustained protest over a case, and I think the grand jury saw that.
Burns was fired from the force after he shot and killed 22-year-old Rogers. Police say Burns was responding to a call of a suspect breaking into cars at this apartment complex when he shot into the car that Rogers was driving without knowing who was inside. Burns told investigators he yelled for the driver to stop and claimed he feared for his life when the driver tried to run him over. But video evidence disputed his story of fear. And around 4:30 this afternoon, the grand jury made their decision to indict him.
And now we're going to push for a swift conviction in this particular case because it's a clear-cut case of murder.
And when that decision came down, we called APD, and we just got a statement from them reading in part, quote, "The department stands by its decision to dismiss James Burns for his excessive and unnecessary use of force," end quote. Meantime, Burns has been indicted for murder, aggravated assault, 2 counts of violating his oath as an officer, and 1 count for making a false statement. That is the latest outside of the courthouse. Nefertiti Jaquez, Channel 2 Action News.